That was insane. I've never done anything like that. For all of the people who think it's crazy that Asher's not allowed on our downstairs furniture, I just want to let you know, as soon as he steps into my office, he is a prince. I mean, he's a prince. I'm on the floor. He owns this couch. And by the way, I just want to let everyone know also, all of the haters who were like, oh, him not allowed on your living room couch is like, that's not going to last. It has. He literally doesn't even try to get up on them. Second of all, a lot of people were like, oh, if you let him on the office one, there's no way he's not going to go on the living room ones. Nope. He's a smart guy. He knows his limits. So yeah, I feel like the whole furniture situation, it's just one of those things. If you teach it from an early age, like as a puppy, I wasn't taking him on the couch. I wanted to so badly because he was just so cute and little, but that would have been so mean. If like as a puppy you can go on the couch, but as soon as you reach 30 pounds, like no. So he just doesn't even know. He just doesn't even know it's like an option. But we are actually going to puppy school right now. This is going to be our third class, which I am, first of all, can we just address the elephant in the room? I'm so tired. Like my eyes have not even opened up yet. I'm very excited for him to graduate to level 1 training because those times are just a little bit more ideal. But I'm excited to see how he does because the thing about puppy schools, you go for the hour, but then you have to do homework. So we've been working on it and he has been so much better on his walks. The two things we've really needed to work on. One, his walks where he just has a mind of his own. He pulls, he goes ahead. He's been so good. And then number 2, jumping on people, jumping if he sees you. Oh my gosh, hello. So that one, I can't say because he hasn't really like met anyone new, but I know actually he's still, we have a long way to go. So I'm very curious to see how he's going to do today, what he has really absorbed over the last week, us doing like our little homework. And it's also nerve-wracking though because it's so embarrassing when like your puppy is not doing the right thing. Just want to give everyone a pro tip to say what you mean and mean what you say, because I told Zach he didn't have to come to puppy school with us, but I didn't mean it, and he actually took me up on that offer, and now I'm going alone and I don't want to. How am I going to control this demon? It is actually quite a bit later. I stopped home after puppy school. I went to a noon workout class, which I hate. I hate any workout class that's not morning. Like, I am such a morning workout gal. Even the 9:45 class, like, really just doesn't cut it for me. It's just way too late. So that was a big sacrifice, but of course, Asher is worth it. Puppy school went really well. It was actually just us. The trainer, is doing like a comprehensive board and train with another dog. So the dog stays with him. They train him the whole time. So the trainer was doing some like tricks and stuff with that dog. Overall, Asher did so well. I will say, we got some slightly devastating news that I might just throw out the window. Like, I don't see this happening for us. The guy said Asher cannot sleep next to my bed. Like, it's Asher's bed, because what happened was the guy was like, oh, what command do you use when you want Asher to get in his bed at night? And I was like, nothing. Honestly, sometimes Asher like walks up to his bed alone. And the guy was like, up where? And I was like, our bedroom? And the guy said, I keep calling him the guy, the trainer, but he said that like makes Asher feel like we're mates instead of me being the one in command. But like, we really like sleeping next to each other, and like it really works out well for all of us, especially because Asher will wake us up very politely. He's very polite about it. He won't bark, he won't whimper. He literally just shakes himself and then he sits right next to the bed if he has to pee. And there are some times like he has to wake up at 3, 4, 5 in the morning for a little pee. Zach, by the way, really, I can't say better things about the man. He gets up with Asher for all of that. Like, there was never a discussion. He just does it. And like, that is just so kind of him. So he is really, I don't know what I would do without him. I really don't. Oh my gosh. It's a little bit later / a lot later. It's like 5 p.m. I just finished getting ready for date night, which, listen, I'm normally always excited for date night. Date night is classic, but date night consists of the same exact thing every single time. Zach, what is date night normally?
We just go sit at a restaurant and talk about how much we love each other.
Which is great. There's a time and a place for it, but yeah, it's literally always either just dinner or dinner and drinks. Kind of getting stale after 16 years together. I'm kidding. I love you. But I'm so excited because tonight we are going to be doing something we have never done before. We're spicing up the date night. It's now Wild Wednesday because today is Wednesday and we're making it crazy. And we can chat more in the car because we're kind of running late. Late for being early. We would never be late. So, where we are going, it's a new spot that just opened up in Cincinnati called Activate. It is the coolest concept ever. It's basically, think of it as like games, but you are the one doing it. Like you are the one jumping, you're dodging, you're climbing. Not to mention, it's not just all about the, the fitness being active, but like you've got to have a little brain power, which I'm a little concerned about this one because I think some of the things we're going to be working together, which concerns me, and then some of the things I'll be able to dominate you when we go head to head.
I guess we'll have the footage of it to see because I don't really need to talk too much if it's about athleticism or brains, but we'll let you think that for the next 10 minutes on this drive.
We also invited a couple of our friends to try it out too. I am so excited because I've never been one of those people. I don't like just like sitting down and playing a video game. Doesn't really do much for me, but I've never done anything like this, like where you are like, I am the video game player. There it is. And I just want to give a big shout out to Activate for inviting us out to try it out. I even brought, Zach's holding it, I even brought out the tripod for this because I really want to give a good depiction. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just entered. It is so futuristic in here. There are all of these rooms. There are 12 rooms, 9 of which are unique. And then you can just enter and choose which game you want to play. So let's say you want to play Link or Mines. I think we're about to play our first game. All right, here we go. Okay, so Zach and I give our immediate thoughts in the car after, but can I just say, I cannot remember the last time I had this much fun. I keep saying it, but it is unlike anything I have ever experienced. And it's really cool that as you're there, you can bop from room to room to room an unlimited amount of time. So you can, and this is actually a good little tip, you can do maybe a game that requires more energy, whether you're hopping or climbing or bopping around. And then maybe as a little break, you can do a game that requires more brain power. But all in all, we had so much fun. We all had different favorites. Like my favorite room was the Mega Grid. I could be in there all day. The object of this game is to get to the color grid that they call out within 5 seconds, which sounds so much easier than it is. It was not easy. Not easy at all. 1. And all of the games automatically start at level 1 and go up to level 10, which I cannot even fathom being a level 10er, but I will get there one day, okay? I will. And I will definitely be back. So if you're in the Cincinnati area, this is located right next to the Oakley Kroger, and it's just so much fun. Oh my goodness. I feel like our appearance, well, not your appearance, but my appearance.
They can see my sweat.
Says it all. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, that was 20 times cooler than I thought it was going to be. Like, I knew it was going to be fun. That was insane. I've never done anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know they had, like, basketball games. Like, a whole list of, you name it, they had it.
You have so many to choose from. Like, I feel like we could go there, like, 20 times and still never scratch the surface. Because also, you want to beat the levels.
Yeah, you have to, like, beat the level, so it gets harder. So, like, if you keep going, you get the harder levels, which is cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm like so excited to go back. It's like the perfect, I mean, obviously you could do it on the weekends, but it's a weeknight right now. Our friends are meeting us at like a restaurant nearby.
I thought it was individual, so it was like a team camaraderie, so that was fun too. Like you all are trying to like beat the levels together. Which is
I know, cool. Like Kara was saying, it's like good like team building, or like no, she said bonding.
Yeah. Like so, like for work, if you have like a team like outing or something, it'd be fun.
Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so guys, if you want to give it a try, this is in the Oakley area. I will have a code. It's Clancy20, and that'll get you 20% off your first visit. And then they just gave me this little key fob thing that I get to keep, and then like I scan every time I go, and then you can kind of like just grow in your standing. Obviously, I feel like one of our biggest things, we love like physical fitness. We love just like being active. Like it's just fun. It's obviously good for you. That was a workout. Like you don't like, I didn't need to go to the gym today.
Yeah, that was once again, I wasn't sure what to expect, but like that was way more of a workout, as you probably can see, than I was thinking. I mean, the games where you're running, agility, moving. I mean, yeah, it was fun. Basketball, shoot, yeah, it was fun.
And now we're about to eat dinner, and we're going to feast because we feel like we earned it. Clearly, I just woke up, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel like a mother with Munchausen syndrome, which like that's the syndrome where you pretend your dog is sick. Or no, not your dog, your child. You pretend your child is you pretend your child is sick so that you get like attention, like, oh, I have a sick child, but like your child's not actually sick. And I feel like I'm doing that with Asher. I booked him for a vet appointment today. I just cannot take any chances. I finally got it on video. He has been doing this, it's on and off though, that's the problem. So I'm like, oh, he's finally better, and then he's not. This weird breathing thing. I don't know what it could be. I'm like, oh, it's like so hard. It's like, you can't be like, hey Ash, like, how are you feeling? It's so hard with the dog, and I just don't want to take any chances. So I booked him for the vet today. We're going in. I'm just eating this Kashi cereal, which has actually really been hitting the spot lately. You guys know I've been going through a cereal obsession. Cereal's never gonna be like, you know, the healthiest thing. It's just not. But I'm happy like we're finally in this direction as opposed to the Cocoa Krispies direction I had been in. Okay, Ash, you can come. That Asher has bronchitis, and I know that probably sounds weird, like what the heck, that's not good. I was trying to act cool, calm, and collected this morning, not that I think I did, but I was kind of freaking out about this, and we got an x-ray done. We were able to see like his trachea, his esophagus, his stomach. I was just so scared that something was in it, and so basically he's just going to be on very strong medication because he had kennel cough like a month or two ago, and I don't know, I think it might be like the remnants of that. So anyway, he's okay. He's gonna be okay. Tonight, Zach and I are grilling out. By Zach and I mean Zach is grilling for us, but I am actually the star of the show because I, my friends, was in charge of the dessert. And this, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. I can link the recipe below. It's that woman, Chocolate Covered Katie, who is like my favorite food blogger ever. These are her vegan chocolate chip cookies. Very simple, and that's why I love her so much. Like, it was only 9 ingredients, I think. And the key with these cookies, though, you have to refrigerate the dough for, I think it's like at least 2 hours. And I really want to experiment with other things on her website. I mean, like, she literally has like hundreds of recipes, if not thousands. She's been doing this for so long. But I just keep going back to the chocolate chip cookies because one, so easy to make, two, like it's just simple. Like who doesn't love a chocolate chip cookie? Grilled chicken sandwich and asparagus for me, and steak for Zach and a bud. All right, cookies just finished baking. Whenever I take them out of the oven, they always look very underdone. But apparently they continue baking while in the tray for like 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, these might actually need just a couple more minutes. All right, these are the finished cookies, and the first time I made them, I had so many doubts just because of how simple the recipe was, but I am telling you, they are so freaking good. And yes, I do add more chocolate chips than the recipe calls for. Hi guys, and happy Friday. It actually is kind of a Friday because Zach is taking this Saturday off at work. You guys know, I think I talked about it on here. He gets 2 weekend days off a month. I didn't realize he gets those days as like PTO days. Like he doesn't have to then work extra to like make up for it. It's just 2 days off, which is kind of phenomenal. So he is taking tomorrow off, which is very exciting. But I was just sitting here looking at my calendar. I feel like I have like 20 different calendars and somehow they all make sense. Like I have like my one on my, what is this, like the Mac calendar, and then I have my Google Cal, which is so important, my hard copy planner. Like it all makes sense to me. But I feel like if someone were to like come into my life and look at all of it, they'd be like, this girl has problems. But it makes sense to me. But our wedding was a year ago. How? I don't understand how, like, this is the fastest year of my life, and I feel like my life is only gonna go faster from here. But Carly, you guys know Carly, her wedding is coming up next month, and she asked me the other day, like, what are some standout things from the night that you remember? Like, basically, like, you know, some things maybe she can incorporate or do, or just, like, good things to keep in mind. And I sat there, like, really trying to think about, like, some tangible tips. And honestly, I told her, there's not, wait, what did I say? Let me see what I told her. Okay. I said, I can't believe the wedding was a year ago. Honestly, the wedding night is such a blur, which just goes to show all of the little details really don't matter. Like, just seeing people and being with people was the best part. And that really is true. And you know what? Can I just say, I was right. I was right. I had a hunch when we were planning this wedding, and everyone was telling me, like, you need to spend, and don't get me wrong, I've said this before, we did not have, it's not like it was a budget wedding. Like, it was a lot of money, but it was not as much money as it could have been. Let's just say that. So I did cut corners in a lot of areas, and a lot of people were like, you're gonna regret that, you need this, you need this, you need, like, that's the biggest thing. I feel like everyone at a wedding is just the ultimate expert, like, you need this, you need this. And I almost feel like, I don't know if it's them trying to justify it in their heads, like, well, I spent money on that, so everyone has to, like, and I'm sure you did like it, I'm sure you did enjoy your, flowers. Obviously, you guys know that was one expense we cut. I'm sure that they look great, but for me, I am just sitting here, present day, today. I'm so happy that that money that we would have spent on flowers is now currently in my bank account. Like, and I can spend it on my children's future education or a dress, whatever I want, So all that to say, if you are in the thick of it, planning your wedding, or maybe like you're just in the starting phase, I am telling you, some things you're going to want to spend money on. For example, we had a photo booth. I thought that was like such a fun experience. I always knew I wanted that because I just know as a guest, I think it's like the coolest thing ever. I think that's the ultimate party favor. All that to say, everyone has different ideas of what's worth it, what's not. I've said it 1,000,001 times. If you have the money and you want to go all out, there is nothing wrong with that. Like, why should anyone hate on you? Like, no, go for it, of course. But this is just for the gals who are maybe on a little bit of a budget, as I felt I wanted to be. Yeah, the little things just didn't matter. Like, the night was just so perfect, just having everyone there. And of course, I loved our venue and little things like, things mattered. But at the end of the day, it was just being with our people. And oh my gosh, this is all of our wedding footage because we did end up hiring a wedding videographer. That was really important to me. I mean, just obviously, as someone who has documented her entire life online, I love documenting my life. I feel like I just love documenting my life in general. I have all of my journals. I have, obviously, my YouTube channel, and then a whole bunch of stuff, like even just on Dropbox just for me, as is this. I didn't publish any of this online, but I still have not looked at the raw footage. And I don't plan to do it right now. I don't know why, but looking at videos of myself, like, sometimes makes me, like, really cringe as I speak to a camera. But this is different. This is very, like, me sitting down, I'm in full control, like, looking at videos, like, through someone else's eye, like, through the videographer, I'm just like that. I feel so, I don't know. I haven't looked at the footage yet, but I also think it's one of those things that it'll be really fun to look back in years' time instead of like constantly looking at it. Like, it'll be really cool to be like, whoa, I feel like I barely even remember that. And also, another random thing, it's okay if the whole wedding thing isn't your thing, because I found out throughout the process, the wedding thing, the wedding persona, like, that's just not me. It was great, but like, I didn't necessarily love the process. Trying on dresses, I felt weird. Like, I just felt, I talked about this before, like, you put the dress on and then there's like the bridal consultant who's asking, do you like it? And I don't want to offend anyone. And I feel like basically like the whole wedding season of my life wasn't as much for me. And now that I'm in the pregnancy season, oh my gosh, like, this is so, like, I'm just so much more, like, I don't know. Everyone has different seasons. And like, this is something that I'm very much so excited about, like, planning for my baby and getting ready for him to come. Like, nothing could make me happier. Planning for my wedding, not like, that was like not as much. I loved our wedding. I'm so happy we did it, but I'm also happy we're just now married. Like, that's the end goal, right? That's what we were all there for. Asher and I are both happy to report that I found a dress, by the way, for Carly's wedding. If you guys remember, I had tried on that blue one from Abercrombie. It was not it. I have realized the loose look for pregnancy is sometimes really just not the move, because you just literally look, I mean, I'm just gonna say, you just look huge. Like, it, like, your whole body, it just wasn't good, okay? It wasn't good at all. But get this, guys. Okay, so this is the dress. This is the same exact dress in a different print that Carly wore to my wedding, which is so funny. Like, what are the odds? And obviously, it's gonna look a little bit different on me, that is for sure. But I just think like the fitted look is way better for pregnancy. And it's not tight. Like this is very stretchy. I actually got it in a size large too. And some slightly bad news about my t-shirt dresses. As my bump gets bigger and bigger, they are getting shorter and shorter because obviously like it's, you know, taking up space. So like this is almost too short. Like I'll do it, but it's just almost a little too short for my liking. So that's not ideal. I wish, like, I want a t-shirt dress that, like, literally, like, goes down to, like, your knees. I know it's probably, like, that wouldn't be flattering. I understand that, but it's just all about comfort. Asher and I just got a very exciting package at the door that I know everyone is going to love. It's really weird to think that my channel started off with, like, clothing hauls, makeup hauls, and now we have a breast pump haul, which your insurance covers breast pumps. Everyone's insurance is different, so what you qualify for is different than what I qualify for. But it is covered. And a lot of people I know have both. Like, for example, I actually already have an electric one that I'm excited about. You can't even see, but, like, our butts are literally together. He loves doing that. And then this is, like, a manual one, I believe. I mean, guys, I know nothing about any of this. But it is nice that insurance covers it. And I've seen so many people recommend the Spectra. This is like the Spectra S2, I believe. And my insurance also sent over some breast milk storage bags, which is really nice. And I figured I could give a little nursery update. Really, there's only one thing since the last time I showed you. I know a lot of people, I feel like, or at least people I follow, they do like one big reveal in the end. That's not my style. I like to do a little progress with little Ash. The big update, it's very small. I got this table off Target, which was so easy to put together. I can link it below. I've been looking for I just wanted like a nice, simple table to put like, I don't know, my phone or just whatever. And then also I decided I want to do some sort of decal situation above the crib just because I know you can technically, if you want to hang something above it, pull the crib out. But I don't know, I'm just so scared. It's just so scary to think of something falling on the baby. So I ordered these wall decals off Amazon. This I'm thinking of like putting like down. Actually, should I just try it? Let's just go for it. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm out of breath because I just am. It wasn't as easy as it looks. Okay, I got this up. Matching this up with this, that's impossible. But I'm too impatient to wait for Zach to come home. So let's just give it our best effort. I feel like I'm a mad scientist. Oh my goodness, guys. It looks so good. Like better than I ever thought. I really had low expectations for this. It took me about honestly, like 15 minutes total, 15 or 20 minutes. Asher, you're being a major distraction. But it looks so nice. And I was going to put it up like higher on the wall, but I think it actually looks really good. Like as if it's like coming, I don't know, like low to the crib basically. And I'm still considering doing like some more like jungle decals up there, like maybe like vines or something. But all in all, it is coming together. And then this is the next area I need to tackle. I'm thinking of doing, well, I'm not thinking of doing it, I already bought it, so we better be doing it. Some floating bookshelves and a mirror. TBD, to be continued. Tonight's dinner is really just one of those things I threw together, and honestly, it's fantastic. Zach just got home from work. He doesn't even know I'm approaching him with my camera. I just like for things to be very natural.
Yeah, this is natural. Camera and stuff. It's great.
But like it is natural. Like behind the scenes, it'd be unnatural if I'm like, Zach, pose there. I'm about to talk to you. I like to sneak up on you, but I was talking today about how it's the 1-year anniversary of our wedding. What are your thoughts a year out from the big day?
I mean, I guess we haven't really talked about if we want to do anything. We say that's not our actual anniversary.
Yeah, we celebrate June 16th. Like,
I mean, are we supposed to be doing something on the 1st?
No.
Okay.
I don't. Well, actually, you're off, so we should. Yeah, let's go out.
So what was the question?
What are your thoughts a year later?
We've been doing the same thing over and over for 6 years. It's been the blast.
What are you even saying?
The last year doesn't like change anything. It's the same as when we were dating.
No, I'm not asking about the
year.
year.
Now that the pregnancy makes it different.
Zach, I'm asking about the actual wedding day.
Well, it's like it's nothing changed this past year other than your belly's growing.
It really is by the second. But no, I'm talking about the actual wedding day, like, and for brides to be out there.
What do you mean for brides?
I don't
That doesn't
know.
even make sense.
Like anything like.
I mean, the wedding was nice. I mean, we got lucky. thought it was going to rain.
I know.
Taylor Swift crowd could have ruined it, but I think it actually added to it. So
who knew?
Thanks a lot, Taylor.
Tay. Is there anything that stood out, like, that was, like, particularly great about our wedding?
About, like, the day?
Yeah, the day, anything. Like, anything we chose, anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so.
No, but I said...
That's what I'm saying. I think we did a very... that's the thing. Like, I think we did a very basic wedding. We did do a pretty basic wedding. The venue was nice, but... No, I mean, we didn't overthink it, and I think that... I mean, I didn't want to plan something extravagant. It only matters to that person. So if you want to plan every second of your day, guess what? Plan every second of your day, and your wedding's going to be what you wanted. We didn't want to plan every second of the day, so we didn't, like...
Yeah,
I didn't want it. I absolutely did not want that. I mean, some people are going to do first looks. Some people aren't. We did. I'm happy we did, for the photo's sake of timing, but it's not for everybody. We didn't pay for flowers. We didn't really pay for a big rehearsal dinner. I'm happy about both of those. So if you want to pay a lot for flowers, knock yourself out. Good luck. I mean, and weddings are completely up to that person.
Yeah,
so,
it's totally what you make it and what you want.
It's giving someone wedding advice. I'm not saying it's stupid, but I think it's stupid. I think you should literally
No. Here's the thing: unwarranted wedding advice.
I think if people ask you for advice, sure, that's fine, but that's like when I ask a waiter, what's the best thing on your menu? And I really want just do what you think you want to do on your wedding. Like,
Zach is known for asking the waiter every time we go out to eat, which is fine.
I take their advice though sometimes, but I'm saying
Sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, what do you like better, the burger or the salmon?" And they'll be like, "The salmon," and he'll be like, he'll just pause. He'll just pause.
No,
and he'll just be like, "The burger." That did happen.
It happened once.
It did. I was mortified.
Well, it happens once in 6 years. But the point of that is that, sure, you can ask people for, like, hey, what was a good idea you did and stuff. That's fine. But don't plan your wedding based off how someone else's plans are. It's just stupid. I mean, we did probably the polar opposite of most people nowadays.
Oh, wait, people would have a heart attack, I feel like, if they, like really...
We didn't really have, like, a wedding planner. Our venue had, like, someone that...
You're looking at your wedding planner.
Yeah, but you did. I'm not saying you didn't do a lot. I know, but I'm not saying that in a way that could sound rude. But we didn't do a lot.
We did the bare minimum.
Yeah, so it's like you were the wedding planner. Thank you. But like we didn't do a lot. Like there weren't things.
Did I outdo myself?
No, which was a good which is what I wanted. So like I'm glad you didn't. Like if you outdid yourself, I would have been annoyed.
Yeah, I've never gone to a wedding and been like, I can't believe they did that. Like it's always just so them.
No, just. You want a certain type of food and you think people are going to complain about it, get the food you want. You want to have an open bar, go crazy.
Wow, Zach has all the advice.
No, it's just stupid. I think honestly, I think the wedding industry is like a fraud. I mean, no offense if you're in the industry, but
no, it's
charge
fun.
10x for a big party. Don't take anyone else's advice is my advice. You want a big 500-person wedding, you want to spend all your money, but that's worth it to you, do it.
Wow.
We had, 150 people or less?
120.
And I wouldn't have wanted extra 100 people there.
No.
I'm paying for their dinner. I mean, that's just the whole thing.
But we do regret that Asher wasn't born yet. We would have totally invited you, little buddy. You would have totally. Yes, we would have. He would have shown up, and then, like, my brother would have, like, taken him home or something. Like, Neil, you're on Asher duty. He's so cute. And he's going to get better, guys, I hope. We're going to keep an eye on the bronch. I've been telling him all day that I had bronchitis last year, and it just takes a little bit of time for the steroids to kick in. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Hope you enjoyed Advice Time with Zach. This should be like a recurring segment.
Good luck on those weddings.
Goodbye.